What's up, guys? Does this look familiar? Hey guys, Ryan here. It's that time of year where I start obsessing over the horror genre. And today I thought I would dive into the process of how to create a day for night shot in our films. Shooting in a darkly lit environment can be quite a challenge for most productions, especially in low budget productions like most of us are involved in. And depending on the camera being used, especially if you're shooting with a mobile phone, the sensors in these cameras have a hard time achieving good results in low light conditions. Without the proper gear or crew, capturing clean images in darkly lit or nighttime environments can be next to impossible. But there are ways that we can shoot in brightly lit environments, even outdoors in the daytime, and make it look like it was shot at night. Here's how. Day for night shooting is achieved by combining several different techniques to create a believable illusion that a brightly lit shot was filmed in darkness. Let's first look at some ways that we can achieve this during production, and then we'll go on to look at some ways that we can make it look even more believable in post-production. During production and while filming, be sure to keep your exposure low and to avoid overexposure at all costs. Be sure to avoid capturing the sun in your shot, and be sure to also avoid capturing any reflections from the sun as well. If the audience sees the sun or its reflection, the illusion will be ruined. It's okay to have practical lights show up in the frame, but avoid the sun at all costs. Try to avoid shooting the sky if at all possible, and frame the sky out of your shot, especially at midday when the sky is at its brightest and may overexpose your images. Use tall structures like buildings, trees, and mountains to block out the sun and the sky in your shots whenever you can. You can also try shooting at dawn or dusk to get proper exposure, and during these times, shadows will be at their longest, creating the illusion of moonlight. If you absolutely have to capture the sky in your shot, you can also try using an ND filter to help lower the exposure in your image. ND filters are basically sunglasses for your camera lens. To help achieve shadows that mimic nighttime, we can also do some things with our camera settings as well. When setting up your camera settings, you can try to shoot at an exposure about 3 stops below the standard. You can also try increasing your f-stop, use a faster shutter speed, or you can also use an ND filter like we mentioned earlier. We can also set our white balance to 3200K to help us achieve cooler temperatures. Our minds automatically associate nighttime or moonlight with cooler looking temperatures. Shooting with a warmer color temperature is going to remind the mind of daytime. Even though natural light from the moon happens to be white, using a bluish tint to our images will help the mind and the viewer think that what they are seeing is happening at nighttime. It's possible to still achieve a day for night look using an overexposed image, but that's going to take a lot more work in post-production. Let's look at some ways that we can take everything we've learned about trying to shoot day for night with our cameras and add that to the techniques that we can use in post-production and bring everything together. Using all of these techniques together is going to make our day for night shot look a lot more believable. Once we are working with our images in post-production, we can try to lower our highlights in the image and bring the midtones up a bit. Next, we can adjust color and saturation in our images to help heighten that cooler temperature look that we're going for. Increasing the blue magenta look in our highlights and shadows is going to help sell the effect, and adding desaturation to the image is going to help a bit as well. If we absolutely had to frame the sky in our image, we can go as far as to do a sky replacement, but that's a technique for another video. We can also add effects like window light glow to images that have exteriors of buildings in them as well. As you can see, you don't need a big crew or a fancy camera to capture stunning nighttime imagery. Do you have any extra tips or techniques for capturing day for night shots with your camera? If so, please let us know in the comments below. Big thanks to our channel members Andre Vandenhever, Romuald Luindela, David Coles, and Paul Kane, who was our longest tenured member at almost 20 months. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it a like and share it out on social media. And if you're interested in learning and growing as a filmmaker alongside this awesome community, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell notification so you'll see more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for coming along on this filmmaking journey with me. I am Ryan, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.